Good morning, everyone. Today we have skill 4, be careful present participles. This skill is dealing with the idea that not all the words that are followed by ing are actually present continuous or past continuous. Now we're dealing with something different where present participles can be described as adjectives in the sentences. A present participle is the ing form of the verb, like talking, playing. In structured questions in the TOEFL test, a present participle can cause confusion because it can be either a part of the verb or an adjective. Now we look at the example. The man is talking to his friend. The man is the subject, is talking to is the verb, and then we have a complement in the sentence. Now, if you look at the other example, the man talking to his friend has a beard. The man is the subject, and we have a verb ing followed directly by the subject of the sentence. Does it mean that talking is actually a verb? No, talking is not a verb in the sentence. Talking is an adjective of the word man. To his friend is a prepositional phrase, has is a verb. So this sentence has a subject, which is the man, has a present participle as an adjective, which is talking. To his friend is a prepositional phrase. Has is a verb. So we don't look at verb ing in the same way. If we have a verb ing preceded by a verb to be, like is, are, am, was, or were, then we consider it as a verb. But if we find a verb ing in the sentence preceded by a subject or a noun, then this word that is added to an ing is actually an adjective in the sentence, not a verb. Let's take a look at the example from the paper computer TOEFL test. The child, then we have a blank, playing in the yard is my son. The child now playing in the yard, is playing in the yard, he is playing in the yard, and was playing in the yard. Now, if we look at the choices here, the child is a subject, playing is an actually verb ing, in the yard is a prepositional phrase, and then we have is, which is the verb in the sentence. So if we say the child is my son, this sentence is full. There's a subject and there's a verb. But if you look at playing, now how can we classify playing? If we add an is, then the sentence will be incorrect because we will have an extra verb. If we add a was, then the sentence is definitely incorrect because we will also have an extra verb. But if we add now, the sentence will be correct since now is just an adverb of time. So the child now playing in the yard is my son will be a correct sentence. We can't, of course, add he because he will make the sentence has an extra subject. So the sentence is correct by adding now because now will not change the type of the word playing. It is still a present participle as an adjective for the subject, the child. Now we have an exercise 4, some examples. The companies offering the lowest prices will have the most customers. The companies is the subject of the sentence. Offering is a present participle as an adjective for companies. The lowest prices, and then we have will have, which is the verb. The subject is the companies, will have is the verb. The sentence is correct because offering is a present participle as an adjective for the subject, companies. Those travelers are completing their trip on Delta should report to gate 3. Those travelers is the subject of the sentence. Are completing is just a verb. Their trip is a complement. On Delta is also a complement. Then we have another verb, which is should report. This sentence is definitely incorrect because we have an extra verb. Now, because the present participle completing is preceded by a verb to be, then this word is a verb. We can't consider it as an adjective. This sentence is incorrect because we have only one subject and we have two verbs for this subject. Number 3, The artisans were demonstrating various handicrafts at booths throughout the fair. The artisans is the subject, where demonstrating is a verb. Various handicrafts at booths throughout the fair is only a complement. We have one subject, we have one verb, which is word demonstrating. The sentence is correct. Number 4. The fraternities are giving the wildest parties, attract the most new pledges. The fraternities is the subject, are giving is the verb, the wildest parties is the complement, and when we have attract, which is the second verb in the sentence. This sentence is definitely incorrect because we have only one subject, which is the fraternities, and then we have two verbs, are giving and attract. Number 5, the first team winning 4 games is awarded the championship. The first team is the subject. Winning looks like a present participle as an adjective. 4 games is a complement. Is awarded is the verb. Then we have a subject, we have a verb, and the sentence is definitely correct because winning is just an adjective for the word team. Number 6. The speaker was trying to make his point, was often interrupted voice firstly. The speaker is the subject, was trying is the verb. To make his point, was often interrupted is also another verb. This sentence is definitely incorrect because we have 2 verbs for the same subject, the speaker. The fruits were rotting because of the moisture in the crates carrying them to market. The fruits is the subject, where rotting is the verb. Because of the moisture, this is just a complement. In the crates is also a complement, carrying just an adjective to the second object of preposition. Them to market is just the complement. The sentence has one subject, which is the fruits, and has one verb, which is where rotting, and it is definitely correct. Number 8, any students desiring official transcripts should complete the appropriate form. Any student is the subject, desiring is a present participle as an adjective, official transcripts just the complement, should complete is the verb. The sentence is definitely correct since we have one subject, which is the students, and we have one verb, which is should complete. Number 9, the advertisements were announcing the halfway sale received a lot of attention. The advertisements is the subject, we're announcing this is the verb. The halfway sale, just a complement, received is another verb. We have one subject, which is the advertisements. We have one verb, which is received. The sentence is, we have a second verb, received, and the first verb, we're announcing. This sentence is definitely incorrect because we have 2 verbs for the first subject, the advertisements. Number 10. The spices flavoring the meal were quite distinctive. The spices is a subject, flavoring is a present participle as an adjective, the meal, a complement, where this is a verb. This sentence is definitely correct because we have only one subject and one verb, and the flavoring is just an adjective. That's all, everyone, about skill 4, and see you in next skill.